Good morning, everybody. My name's Dave. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to this overcast and miserable, cold Berwick day. Normal day. Got my coffee in my mug. I'm going to go with a drink of that, and then we'll take it from there. New things that I happen to have bought. I bought some Mean Mother tyre deflators. You get 4 of these. You set them to a pressure, connect them to your tyre, pull that, starts it deflating. So these are set to 20 psi. You can see the small bit of writing on the thing there. Start one off. You go to the next one. You put that on. You start that off. By the time you get around the car to the first one, it's completely deflated to 20 psi, and then you just go around again and just take them all off. So that's something new. When I was messing about with my right angle drill to drill the rocker cover for the helicoil, we couldn't get the drill bit to grip in the head in the chuck I'd bought, which was a cheap chuck off eBay. Waste of money. Get yourself down to Total Tools. I've got a couple of nice little chucks there. I bought them, they're proper made chucks. Been into my favourite store again, Aldi. Bought these tools. There was a stepper drill, which is really useful. There's a aluminium cutting tool. There's a countersink tool there, which is good for chamfering holes. And then there's some sort of drill thingy. I don't know what it does. Anyway, today we might give this a try. These parallel connected Y-piece with Anderson plugs for the solar panel. What I'm going to try and do is connect 2 solar panels together. I'll give you some warnings about that before we start, but the first thing is my LED light bar wasn't working, and I couldn't work out why. I was going to get my meter out, and then I had a quick look under the bonnet, and it was ever since I did the put these bus bars in. We're not going to do anything without this bit attached to the bottom of the relay, so I'll attach that and then we should be back in business. When I say I'll attach it, what I mean is I'll attempt to attach it. There we go. There we are. Right, let's give that light a try, see if that works. And if that works, then we're good to go. Spot on. So that's Bobby. So I don't need my meter out, I've fixed that, that's great. We'll move on to the next thing, which is going to be the solar panel. So I've got this cable here and I'm going to connect 2 solar panels together, see how we go. However, this is my original solar blanket, 200 watt King solar blanket. Here's another 200 watt King solar blanket, which I managed to get from a second sale for $100. Happy with that. So I'm going to try and connect them both together. Now there's a bit of a warning here. When you double up a solar panel, so it says on the box here, works with 15 amp or greater regulators, but that's the by the by. Doesn't actually tell you on this box, because this is the older box. The newer box does tell you. So basically what you can get from a solar panel is anything up to about 24 volts. It varies. The amount of sun there is on a panel creates extra. Sorry about that crow. Decided to sit on my balcony up above, and it's giving me a bit of grief. Anyway, you can get up to about 24 volts out of a solar panel depending on how sunny or how bright it is. The issues that you can come across with this is the input to your battery, and excuse me just one sec. Do you mind? I'm trying to do a video down here, mate. I had a chat with him and he's decided to leave. So anyway, so you have an input voltage to your battery, you have an input amperage to your battery, which is the current. You also have a solar controller, which will only take a certain amount of our input. According to Kings, the input of those solar blankets is a maximum of 18 amps. A maximum. In fact, I don't think it's 18, I think it's 16. If you think about that, if you could double that, even if it was 18, for example, that's 36 amps. So you have to be able to input more than 36 amps into your controller and into your battery. So your battery will have an input, maximum input. And I know my batteries are 60 amps, and my controller will take up to 50 amps input on the solar side. So we don't want to burn anything out here. Voltage-wise, we shouldn't change, because what's going to happen is, because we're connecting the blankets in parallel, like we did with the batteries, we're doubling the current, not the voltage. So we should remain at around about 16 to 24 volts, but we should go from, maybe today in this overcast sky, we might go from 2 amps to 4 amps. What we're really looking for is for it to double the input voltage. So we'll give it a try and see how we go, and then take it from there. What I do need though is to get the app on my phone so I can see the input amps, which I'll do now. Connect to the system. So it's a Renogy system, and it's there, look, see? So it's saying, well, I've got to wait for it to connect. It might not connect without the engine running, so I might do that. It was just taking its time. So according to this, we're on lithium. We're not charging at the moment. We've got 13.3 volts. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Might see. It says 13.4 volts on the meter, so I reckon we're pretty happy. So I think the next thing to do is put out the blankets, connect one of them up, see what we get, and then take it from there. So let's go and do that. So it may be that we don't get enough voltage to charge anyway. It's not really a bright day. But we'll wait a few minutes and see what we get. Well, another senior moment. Waiting for it to come up with some sort of a charge. Didn't get anything. Then I realised the blanket was still closed. So you can see we're actually at 0.1 of an amp. PV charging volts at the bottom. So we're at 16.6 volts and 0.2 of an amp. Be somewhere between 0.1 and 0.2 of an amp. So we'll go stick the other blanket on and see if that doubles. Okay, we've got both the panels out now, and we're at 0.26 of an amp. So it has doubled. So we're doing all right. We're still at 15.3 volts, so that's working a treat. What we really need is a bit of sun, but we're not going to get that today. I don't know if you know, if you're aware, but one of the things that Kings did was remove the controller and the cables from their solar blankets, which is why I purchased the old one in the sale. Because the old ones, the blankets are identical, but the new ones, they've just removed the solar controller and now this is a Kings MPPT solar charge controller. And it comes with two plugs, look, see? It does not do lithium. These only do AGM, unfortunately. It's no use to me, but Rob has an AGM battery, he'll be able to use that. What is of use is the crock clips to an Anderson. That is really useful. So I'll keep hold of that for me. I have to use that with something else. And of course the cables that came with it came with the covers on the top, where you don't get that on the other ones. So that can go to Rob. We're down to 0.2 of an amp again, but it's a bit dark, so we're going to have to wait for a bit of light. We'll see what happens. I guess the test would be to unplug one and see if it immediately drops, so I'll try that. I guess I'll know for certain when it's a bit sunnier. However, when I unplugged one blanket, it dropped to 1 amp. When I unplugged the other blanket, I got straight down to 0. So I'm suspecting it's working. Right, well, that about concludes the videos for today. I haven't got much else. I thought that maybe the LED light bar was going to take a bit more sorting out, but obviously not. So with that in mind, to show tomorrow. I know we don't have a very prestigious channel, but I do have some stickers. And these are the stickers with the 4-wheel drive channel written on it, and these are the ones that work outside. If you're a subscriber, you need to tell me that when you ask me for a sticker if you want to ask for one, because I'll give you one of these type if that's the case. Otherwise, you get one of the other ones that don't have 4-wheel drive written on it, and they don't. These are the ones that work out in the sun and stay good. Just a quick note, at the 4x4 show tomorrow, there'll be a couple of products that I'll probably video on my camera. One of them being my tracking device, which has gone back for repair because the USB port came off. He wanted to give me one for free, and I've offered to go halfway with him for a new one, which is only fair because they're an up-and-coming company. And I'll introduce it to them when I find them in Hall 1. Anything that I find that is a good product and is worth videoing, I shall speak to the guys and say, I'm going to video you for my channel if that's okay, and then she'll add it in and you'll get some insights and some contact details on how to contact these people. I hope that helps. See you later. In other news, I've ordered some t-shirts. I've ordered 2 for the start, one for my son, one for me, see what they look like, make sure they're okay, and if they're any good, I'll wear it when I get it, show you what it's like. Not very intrusive. I'm not into one of these shirts with adverts all over it. It's just got the Jackaroo channel there, and that's it. They come in various colours, and they're screen printed. I might see if I can get them embroidered. If I can, then I will. If not, then we'll just do what we can. But because of a lack of funding, I'm going to have to do that via people. If they want one, they can order one, and I'll order them. Apart from that, all good. The t-shirts are about $19 each. They're not massively expensive. Depending on which t-shirt you go with, they've got different variants of it. But this is the heavy-duty cotton one, $19. We'll see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on the next video.